The battle for the Halcyon Fold has begun. Circle the wagon. Here's the bad news.
Incoming.
I once wrote 8 seconds on a dragon.
Okay.
If there's no law around here, it'll have to be me. Kicking your door down. Saddle up. I always get my mark. Let's not die this time. Let me show you the sights. Jungle has intensified. You need some sense talking to you. on me now. All right, gang. Move on out. Hero kill. Hero killed. Trio blade double kill. Allies impressive. Ally shut down. I once rode 8 cents on a dragon. Looky what's about to be rolled. Full. Let me show you the sights. I dare you to say something about my mama. Allied hero killed. Nothing can ever be me. Allied hero kill. Enemy is impressive. Spurs aren't. This dragon's smile is the last thing you'll see. Killed. One spring-loaded casket, please. Enemy hero killed. Allied hero killed. If there's no law around here, it'll have to be me. Kicking your door down. I always get my money. Allied hero enemy is unbeatable. All right, gang. Enemy hero move on out. I'll give you a head start. lined up so I don't waste bullets. I once rode 8 seconds on a dragon. Allied hero killed. Circle the wagons. Always get my mark. Let me show you the sights. If there's no law around here, it'll have to be double kill. Your allies.
Incoming.
Spring-loaded casket, please. Allied hero killed. Ally shut down. Saddle up. Don't get fancy on me now. Has awakened. Spurs aren't sneaky. Looked a dragon in the eye. I once rode 8 seconds on a dragon. I always get my mark. Nightmare.
Oh, don't look up. Patrol.
If there's no law around here, it'll have to be me.
Can't fight him without no vision.
Spurs aren't sneaky.
Enemy hero killed. Allied hero killed.
Let me show you the sights. Not nice time. You can never be me.
Enemy hero killed. Double kill. Enemy hero killed.
Incoming.
Allied hero enemy is impressive.
Saddle up. Saddle up. Ever liked a dragon? If there's no law around here,
Enemy hero. Allied hero killed.
what's about
Enemy team unleashed the Kraken.
I once wrote 8 seconds on a dragon.
Allied turret destroyed.
Incoming. Stop.
Line up so I don't lose fuel. Let me show you the sights.
Allied turret destroyed. Enemy hero killed. Allied hero killed.
Here's the thing.
Allied hero enemy is getting ridiculous.
They so fucking
Allied
retarded.
turret destroyed.
Why?
I always get my mark. Spurs aren't sneaky. Let's not.
Allied hero killed.
Defeat is forever.
There's nothing much I could do. I'm rank 4.
Allied hero killed. Enemy is impressive.
I'll give you a head start.
Allied turret destroyed.
Circle away.
I fucking give up, dude.
Don't get fancy on me now.
Allied hero killed.
On a train.
Enemy is Allied hero kills.
Alright, let's see how good I do with this. Oh my gosh.
The battle for the Halcyon Fold has begun.
Better watch where I step. Oh, yeah, this is fun. And I'm all kinds of deadly.
First blood.
So, this is what it's like to be the bully.
Enemy hero killed.
Coming through!
Enemy hero killed.
I could get used to this. Coming through!
there. No freaking way. I'm getting the hang of this, I think.
Allied hero killed. Allied hero killed.
Man, see my new sword? Easier than walking.
Jungle has intensified.
I'm all kinds of deadly. Yep, got it. Go, Mickey, go! I'm all kinds of deadly.
Enemy hero
I'm getting the hang of this, I think.
killed. Enemy hero killed. Enemy hero killed.
Oh, yeah, this is fun. Better watch where I step. And entered. I'm all kinds of deadly.
Enemy hero killed.
This is what it's like to be the bully.
Gold mine is almost full.
So far, so good.
Enemy hero killed. Allied hero ally shut down.
Easier than walking.
Allied hero killed.
My new sword?
Allied hero killed. Crystal sentry defeated.
Anywhere's better than the lower quarter. What's over there? Breaking away.
Hero kill.
Lock command entered.
Immense gold payout collected. Allied hero kills. Allied hero kills. Enemy is impressive.
Coming through! Coming through!
Allied crystal sentry defeated. You have been killed. Allied hero killed.
Yep, got it. I'm all time!
Allied turret destroyed.
Coming through!
Shut down.
I'm all
Gold
time!
mine is almost full.
You should feel worried. Really. Go, Mickey, go!
3 likes. Thanks for the likes, guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. The more likes I get, the more I stream.
Enemy hero killed. Enemy shut down.
No brakes.
Immense gold payout collected.
Better run.
The Kraken has awakened.
Breaking away.
Allied hero killed.
Easier than walking.
Enemy turret destroyed. Allied crystal sentry eliminated. Allied hero killed.
So far, so good.
Your team has unleashed the Kraken. Enemy is impressive. Enemy turret destroyed. Allied hero kills.
What's over there?
Enemy turret destroyed.
I'm all kinds deadly. No brakes.
Allied hero
Enemy
killed.
is impressive.
Allied turret destroyed.
Watch my step.
If we lose, it's gonna be Saw fucking fault. Exactly, because his ass going crystal power and his ass can't even do the strike. This dude suck.
Yep, got it.
Go check the fucking bushes.
Shut down. Allied hero killed.
The bully. So far, so good.
Fuck you mean attack? Cool could take us both on, you stupid idiot. No, fuck
Allied
that.
hero enemy is unbeatable.
Fuck you, you stupid retarded motherfucker. I guess that nigga don't know
What's
about
over there?
saw regeneration and shit. Shit, dude could do lots of fucking shit.
Coming through!
You have been killed. Allied hero killed.
Fuck you, Saw. The fuck you go crystal power for if you don't know how to play crystal power?
Allied hero killed. Enemy team unleashed the Kraken.
I give two fucks.
battle for the Halcyon Fold has begun.
Go! I'm gonna eat you up. Bloody fast mover!
Allied hero killed.
From the belly of a dreadnought. There's no other choice.
Enemy hero killed.
You're in the danger. Let's do this! How confident! Here comes the pain!
You have killed. Allied hero killed. Allied hero killed. Double kill.
Hey, cover me! Bloody fast mover! This better not be a trap!
Double kill. You have killed an enemy.
Jungle has intensified.
Allied hero killed. Enemy hero killed.
Got it?
fuck in there, Saw. Do something. I mean, Arden? Fuck you
Allied
and your
turret
defense
destroyed.
item. Going by what they recommend me build.
There's no evidence. From the belly of a treasure.
Enemy hero killed. You have killed an enemy. Enemy hero killed.
Watch your knife.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Break the knife.
Gold mine is almost full. You have killed an enemy.
This better not be a trap. No time to bleed.
Enemy team collected from gold mine. Allied hero killed.
Coming through. Here comes the party.
You have killed an enemy.
Hey, cover me. How does it feel, love? There's no other choice.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream, bro. How are you doing?
Got a view. False alarm.
It would be nice to have some fucking vision.
Let's do this.
PvP. Yeah, this is versus people.
There's no other choice. I'm gonna eat you up.
Allied hostile sentry eliminated. Team collected from gold mine.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm playing rank match.
The Kraken has awakened.
Bloody hell.
killed. Enemy hero ally is impressive. Enemy team unleashed the Kraken.
I can make it. Got it.
Shut down. Allied turret destroyed. Enemy hero ally is unbeatable.
Yeah, all right. There's no other choice. Blade! Got it!
Double kill. Enemy hero ally is getting ridiculous. Triple kill. Enemy hero aces.
Bloody hell.
Go Team Red.
Hey, this is Cider Hellman. Welcome to the Vainglory Hero
sorry,
Spotlight.
Patrick.
Today we're looking at Catherine, a Ronin Stormguard who protects her allies through brute force. Catherine relentlessly
But I
pursues her
needed to
enemies, locking
win.
them down for her team. With a lifetime of training and experience, she is among the most reliable and consistent heroes in the fold. Catherine's perk, Captain of the Guard, grants her bonus armor each time she stuns or silences an enemy hero. Though this bonus is very small, the effect is permanent and it stacks on top of itself throughout the game. When activated, Catherine's Merciless Pursuit instantly grants her a large burst of movement speed. Catherine's next basic attack will also stun the target and deal bonus crystal damage, though she will lose her bonus movement speed. Merciless Pursuit also acts as an attack reset, allowing her to use it after a basic attack to immediately attack again. The overdrive on this ability significantly increases the duration of the stun. I recommend learning Merciless Pursuit at level 1 only if you're going to engage your opponents at the beginning of a game. After level 1, though, I recommend upgrading Merciless Pursuit first and taking its overdrive as soon as possible. Catherine's Stormguard instantly creates an energy shield that passively damages enemies around her. While the shield is active, Catherine cannot take more than a small fixed amount of damage from any given attack. Damage in excess of this fixed amount is instead bounced back to nearby enemies as crystal damage. Each time this occurs, the remaining duration on the shield is reduced. The overdrive on this ability significantly increases its damage. When jungling, I recommend learning Stormguard as soon as possible, but upgrading it last and usually skipping the overdrive. Catherine's ultimate, Blast Tremor, deals crystal damage and silences enemies in a large cone in front of her. Because upgrading this ability increases the duration of the silence and reduces the cooldown, I recommend taking all 3 ranks. Catherine is great at catching up to enemies and locking them down. Boots and Warhorn take this to the next level, allowing you and your team to catch up to all but the most slippery opponents. If you choose to pursue Warhorn, building the prerequisite items early in the match may be smart, as they also increase your gold income and damage against minions and monsters. Cooldown and energy regeneration items are also good additions once your defense is up to par. These items will increase your effectiveness and longevity during longer engagements. Though our Catherine is helping her teammate in the jungle, she's moving to the lane at every opportunity. While Catherine is a strong roamer and she can apply pressure to the enemy laner, this isn't the only reason she's doing this. Every time she heads to the lane, she's also attempting to land a stun on the enemy Ringo, which is building up bonus armor stacks with her perk. Though Catherine and Krull are ahead of their opponents, they begin to fall back when they come across the full enemy team. As Catherine falls back, take note of Krull's positioning. Catherine and Krull are not retreating, but instead attempting to lure the enemy team into a position where they can be flanked. As Jewel jumps in, we can see the fight take shape. Both Jewel and Glaive are going to focus on Catherine, while Krull is now completely free to attack the enemy Ringo. Catherine is durable and brings a lot of lockdown to the table, but she's weaker when it comes to encouraging enemies to focus their attacks on her instead of her allies. So a situation like this is absolutely ideal, and great Catherine players must learn to bait out fights like this whenever possible. With Ringo dead, Petal and Krull are now collapsing onto the enemy Glaive and Jewel. What seemed at first like a retreat and an opportunity to turn the game back in their favor has turned into another costly defeat for the enemy team. As the game continues, Catherine grows bolder, moving in and aggressively bullying the other team at their own base. However, she's pushed too far this time and she's going to die. But then she doesn't die. Her diligence to stacking her perk armor bonus at every opportunity, rather than sitting back and farming gold in safety, has paid off. Let's look at one more team fight, once again in the jungle near the enemy's base, and once again beginning with a careful attempt to lure the enemy team into a fight. Catherine has stunned Glaive during his afterburn, preventing him from immediately knocking her back. Though her teammates are further back, her Warhorn will help them move in, while her Blast Tremor silence will make it harder for opponents to walk out. Though there was a significant distance between the two teams, a small slip-up from the enemy team led to a quick and unavoidable fight. Catherine is not usually the heaviest damage dealer, but her contribution to fights should never be underestimated. Thanks for watching the Catherine Hero Spotlight. Download Vainglory free on the Apple App Store and join us in the Halcyon Fold.
There you go. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Hey, this is Ciderhelm, and welcome to the Vainglory Hero Spotlight. Today we're looking at Blackfeather, a highwayman with equal parts love and lethality. Blackfeather is a flexible hero, able to build into a deadly weapon assassin or into a crystal warrior who offers strong team support. Though weak early on, he can become exceptionally powerful if he's able to get ahead in items. Instead of energy, Blackfeather spends focus to use his abilities. Focus regenerates naturally and can be regained quickly by landing basic attacks. Blackfeather's heroic perk, Heartthrob, applies a heart to his opponents each time he strikes them with an ability or basic attack. Once a target reaches full Heartthrob stacks, their hearts will appear broken. Each time Blackfeather applies new hearts or refreshes broken hearts, he deals bonus crystal damage based on the number of stacks already on the target. When Blackfeather uses Feint of Heart, he pierces his target with a powerful basic attack. Each upgraded rank of this ability also applies an extra heart to his target. Additionally, the target leaves a rose trail in their path, granting bonus movement speed to both Blackfeather and his allies as they travel along it. With Feint of Heart's overdrive, this rose trail also grants immunity to slowing effects. When used against an enemy with broken hearts, Feint of Heart will execute them, dealing bonus true damage based on how much health they're missing. With the overdrive, using this ability to finish off an opponent will also refund the ability's cooldown. I recommend learning this ability second, but upgrading it first and taking the overdrive. When Blackfeather uses On Point, he instantly extends his blade, slowing and damaging all enemies along its path. The duration of the slow increases with each stack of Heartthrob already on an affected target. If On Point hits an enemy hero, Blackfeather also recovers focus and briefly gains a barrier. The overdrive for this ability greatly increases its range. I recommend learning this ability first, but upgrading it last unless you're in an unfavorable matchup and must play defensively. When Blackfeather activates his Rose Offensive ultimate, he cuts through an area, landing basic attacks and dealing light crystal damage to everything along his path. During this dash, he blocks all negative effects and takes greatly reduced damage. Rose Offensive has 2 charges. Of note, upgrading this ability allows Blackfeather to use both charges more quickly in succession, and the final upgrade allows him to chain them together nearly instantly. I recommend learning and upgrading Rose Offensive whenever possible. In the weapon tree, Sorrowblade and Serpent Mask are great early purchases for single-target assassination, particularly when you're up against heavily armored targets. The Execute on Feint of Heart deals fairly low damage by itself, but increases dramatically with these weapon power items. On the other hand, Tyrant's Monocle and other crit items allow him to bring down groups of enemies. Since Rose Offensive lands basic attacks on several enemies at once, building crit turns his ultimate into a fantastic source of burst damage. Blackfeather's Crystal Path focuses more on sustained damage and utility, and Alternating Current is a fantastic way to increase overall damage output when paired with other crystal power items. This damage bonus works with both Feint of Heart and Rose Offensive, and the attack speed allows him to gain damage from his perk more frequently. Crystal builds are also well suited to mixing in support items like Shiver Steel. While crit items may turn Rose Offensive into a powerful source of burst damage, activating Shiver Steel can turn it into a potent area crowd control. Blackfeather has a weak early game, being one of Vainglory's more fragile heroes, and lacking a reliable escape until he learns his ultimate. On the other hand, he also does fantastically well with items, and the sooner he can start building these, the more effective he'll be. Combined, these 2 traits make him an ideal fit for the lane, where he can focus on earning gold while staying near the safety of his turret. Check out this On Point. To use the ability effectively while laning, Blackfeather needs to get a sense for when his opponent is about to deal damage. Even though our Blackfeather is at a disadvantage against the enemy Sky, he successfully blocked her attack while chipping at her own health, ending in a favorable trade. For Blackfeather, these careful early wins are a good way to get ahead. A little later, our Blackfeather is headed into the jungle to help his team. He uses Rose Offensive to jump in as Celeste goes down, then builds hearts on Koshka before finishing her with Feint of Heart. As Catherine falls back, Blackfeather slows her with On Point, but can't keep pace without burning his second Rose Offensive charge. Though they've secured kills on both Koshka and Catherine, spending these charges means he'll need to play it safe for a while. Later in the match, the enemy team has captured Kraken and is looking to turn their advantage into a victory. With Sky and Catherine first focusing on Arden, Koshka ignores the front line and dives directly onto Blackfeather. Once he's free, Blackfeather uses his Rose Offensive to back off. For any chance of a reversal, he can't risk a direct engagement with another assassin, particularly one with an item lead, but using a charge this early means he won't have it again as the fight continues. Arden has successfully held the base entrance and must fall back, but not before giving Blackfeather his Vanguard barrier. With his second Rose Offensive and a broadside from Celeste coming right behind him, Koshka is going to die. Pivoting over to Sky with his Feint of Heart, he quickly brings her down before turning his attention back to Kraken. In this teamfight, as well as the earlier jungle invade, there's a common element. Blackfeather had both of his Rose Offensive charges available when they began, and he used them for very specific reasons. In both cases, they would have failed to pick up a critical kill if the second charge wasn't available. And although it didn't result in the flashiest of plays, it gave his team the edge they needed to push back. Thanks for watching the Black Feather Hero Spotlight. Download Vainglory free on the Apple App Store or Google Play and join us in the Halcyon Fold. Hey, this is Cider Hellman. Welcome to the Vainglory Hero Spotlight. Today we're looking at Flicker, a sneaky trickster who can hide his entire team. Flicker moves unseen through the Halcyon Fold, setting up traps for his enemies. With exceptional ambushing tools, he is a perfect match for teammates that need to get in close and stick to their targets. Flicker's Will-O-Whisper perk causes him to become invisible and gain movement speed shortly after entering brush. This effect lasts several seconds after leaving brush, but is cancelled immediately upon taking damage, attacking enemies, or using abilities. Flicker's Binding Light sends fairies to the target location, damaging nearby enemies. Enemies who don't leave the area are rooted in place when the effect ends. I recommend learning this ability first, but upgrading it last. Take the overdrive for this ability instead of fully upgrading his ultimate. When activated, Flicker's Fairy Dust summons an aura that damages and slows surrounding enemies. When the effect ends, it deals an additional large burst of damage. I recommend learning this ability second, then upgrading it first and taking the overdrive as soon as it's available. A moment after activating his Mooncloak ultimate, Flicker and his allies become invisible and gain bonus movement speed. This effect has a long duration, but taking damage, attacking enemies, or using abilities will end the effect